In this video we are going to discuss about a fourth type of projectile. Now these types of projectiles are not in the syllabus for CBSE. They are only for JEE Mains and Advanced. Now this is a projectile which is thrown from an inclined plane. This will be the diagram. This is an inclined plane at an angle of suppose alpha. Now we throw the projectile upwards on the inclined plane. It reaches a point here O to a point suppose B. Now we take this as the x-axis and take this as the y-axis. Velocity of projection is u. Now the angle with the ground and the projection, or the projection angle of the particle with respect to the ground, is theta. So along this direction, that is u cos of theta minus alpha, and along this direction it is u sine of theta minus alpha. So the vertical velocity is u sine theta minus alpha and the horizontal velocity is u cos of theta minus alpha if we consider the projectile like this. Now so we get ux is equal to u cos theta minus alpha and ax is equal to minus g sine alpha. Now if we try to draw the values of g, now g acts in this direction, so the component of g along the inclined plane is g sine alpha and perpendicular to the inclined plane is g cos alpha. Cos alpha. So this is alpha. Now uy is equal to, this is u sine of theta minus alpha and ay is equal to minus g cos alpha. The derivation of the respective things like time of flight, the range attained will be similar to that of the ordinary case. Now first we try to find out the formula for time of flight. The formula will be similar to that of the ordinary case with slight manipulations. Now in the previous case we have applied this. Y was uyt plus half ayt square. Now y was 0, u sine theta minus alpha minus half g cos alpha t square. Now we get two answers, t is equal to 0 and t is equal to 2u sine of theta minus alpha by g cos alpha. So this is the value of the time of flight. Secondly, we try to find out the range along the inclined plane. Now what was the range along the inclined plane? That is OB. So range along the inclined plane was OB. We take it to be R. So uxt plus half axt square. We have taken the x-axis along the inclined plane. So the acceleration along the inclined plane was g sine alpha. So we replace the values of u was u cos of theta minus alpha into t was 2u sine. We have replaced the value of t here, 2u sine of theta minus alpha by g cos alpha minus half. Now what was ax was g sine alpha, or rather minus g sine alpha. So plus minus becomes minus half g sine alpha into t square. So 2u sine of theta minus alpha by g cos alpha whole square. Ux into t plus half of minus g sine alpha into t square. This comes out to be u square g cos square alpha sine of 2 theta minus alpha minus sine alpha. So this is the value of range. Now for maximum range, we can write again sine 2 theta minus alpha is equal to 1. So 2 theta minus alpha is equal to 90 degree. Alpha is equal to 45 plus alpha by theta is equal to 45 plus alpha by 2. So R max, what is R max? Replacing the value here, we get u square g cos square alpha 1 minus sin alpha is equal to u square 1 minus sin alpha g into 1 minus sin square alpha equal to u square. Now this is a square minus b square, so one term gets cancelled here. U square g into 1 plus sin alpha. So this is the value of R max. This is the value of R maximum range. Time taken by projectile to become Vy is equal to 0. Velocity to become 0, let the time be Ta. So applying in the equation of Vy is equal to Uy plus Ay into T, we get replacing Vy is equal to 0, Uy as u sine of theta minus alpha minus g cos alpha into Ta. So acceleration in the y direction was g cos alpha. Now from this we get Ta is equal to u sine of theta minus alpha by g cos alpha, which comes out to be t by 2, total time of flight by 2. The total time of flight here was this one. So it was 2u sine theta minus alpha by g cos alpha. Here we have got it u sine theta minus alpha by g cos alpha. That means it is equal to t by 2. It becomes equal to t by 2. Now suppose this occurs. This means the velocity along the y direction becomes 0. This occurs at a distance x from O, from the initial point, along inclined plane, Now x is equal to ux. Now the time allotted was Ta plus half ax ts square. Replacing the values, we get x is equal to u cos of theta minus alpha, that was ux. Now t have come out to be t by 2 plus, now what was ax? It was minus g sine alpha. Now what was ta? T square by 4 square of the time. Now this value must always be greater than r by 2. That means it is more than the midpoint value. Lastly, we find out the height of this point A from inclined plane. We get 0 is equal to uy square plus 2ayy, because the velocity is taken to be 0. So from this, if you replace the value of uy, what was uy? Sine of theta minus alpha square plus 2a was ay, that means g cos alpha into y. So y is u square sine square theta minus alpha by 2g cos alpha. So the value of y, the point, the height above the inclined plane at which the velocity of the particle becomes 0. This is y. Now this is a fifth kind of projectile, that is a projection down an inclined plane. So we project the particle in this fashion, downward the inclined plane. This is the velocity of projection, making an angle theta with the horizontal. This is the angle of the inclined plane. So if this is angle theta, this is also equal to angle, this is angle alpha. So also this angle is also equal to alpha. We break down the components in this diagram. Now this was u, this is theta, this is alpha. So the total angle is theta plus alpha. So the component of u along the inclined plane is u cos theta plus alpha, and perpendicular to the inclined plane is u sin of theta plus alpha. Now the component of g along the inclined plane downwards was g sin alpha, and the perpendicular component was g cos alpha. So we can write ux is equal to u cos of theta plus alpha, and ax is equal to g sin alpha. Now this is plus because the particle projection direction and the component of g is along the same direction, down the inclined plane. Now uy is equal to u sin of theta plus alpha. So ay is equal to minus g cos alpha. This acts in the opposite direction to the throw of the particle. Now we have calculated the time of flight. Similar in this case also we replace the value of the displacement as 0. Equation uyt plus half ayt square, replacing the value of u sin theta plus alpha here, ay as minus g cos alpha into t square. This will become here minus. So minus half g cos alpha into t square. So we get two values of t. One is t is equal to 0 and t is equal to u sin theta minus alpha by g cos alpha. So this is the value of the time of flight. Now the range along the inclined plane, same derivation, r is equal to uxt plus half axt, replacing the values of ux and the value of t here. We get the value of range as u square g cos square alpha, u square by g cos square alpha into sine of 2 theta plus alpha plus sine alpha. Now for maximum range, for r to be maximum, we take sine 2 theta plus alpha to be maximum. That means 2 theta plus alpha becomes equal to 90 degree. So theta is equal to 45 minus alpha by 2. So R max, what is R max? Replacing theta with 45 minus alpha by 2, we get u square 1 plus sin alpha by g cos square alpha, u square 1 plus sin alpha by g into 1 minus sin square alpha, so a square minus b square form, u square by g into 1 minus sin alpha. This is the value of R max.